I'm Noah, and this is Like You, a mindfulness podcast for kids. I want to start with a quick announcement. I've just launched a small online shop, which you can find at likeyoupodcast.com/store. We've got a few t-shirts, some comfy cozy hoodies, stickers, enamel pens, and more. I'm also offering exclusive discount codes for Patreon members, so if you've been thinking about signing up to support us there, now's the time. Visit patreon.com/likeyoupodcast and sign up to receive discounts and other special Patreon perks. With that announcement out of the way, let's dive into the episode. We're going to do something a little different today. We're playing a guessing game where you listen closely and guess what different sounds are. If you want to play along, you might want to pause while you grab some paper and something to write with. But you don't have to write your answers down if you just want to guess in your head. We're about to get started, so find a place to listen where you feel comfortable and safe. This episode is all about listening carefully, so I suggest finding a quiet place to listen. We also want to eliminate distractions, so it may help to close your eyes or turn out the lights. If you're listening on your own, you may even want to listen on headphones. Just don't turn things up too loud. Since we're focusing on guessing different sounds, there won't be much background music in this episode until we get to the affirmations at the end. All right, I always like to start with deep breaths. So we'll play our first sound while breathing. Since we're just getting used to the listening game, I won't make you guess the first sound. I'll just tell you what you're going to hear. We will listen to the sound of a balloon being blown up, and as we listen, imagine you are blowing up a balloon yourself. So when you hear a deep breath, you take a deep breath. And when you hear the balloon inflating, you blow out your breath slowly like you're the one inflating the balloon. Here we go. I'll turn the music down. Listen and breathe with me as I blow up a balloon. The balloon is getting bigger. Let's do that 2 more times. Imagine the balloon getting bigger and bigger each time. Now we've got a big balloon, and we're going to let all the air out. Now imagine you are the balloon. So take a deep breath to fill yourself up, and then blow it all out as I let the air out of the balloon. You can even make a funny balloon sound if you want to. Now, on the count of 3, say, I like me. 1, 2, 3. I like me. I like you too. You're a great listener and a good friend. And now it's time to play our guessing game. Here's how it works. I will play a sound and you'll guess what you're hearing. When you know what it is, you can say it out loud, think it in your head, or write it down on a piece of paper. After I play a few sounds, I'll reveal the answers so you can see if you guessed it right. There's no winning or losing in this game. We're just having fun, seeing if we can guess the sounds. So are you ready? Close your eyes. Clear your mind of any distractions, and try to breathe slowly and deeply throughout the game. I'll start with a few short sounds. Here's the first one. If you're writing your guesses down, you can write the number 1 and then listen. Okay, do you have your guess? Here's sound number 2. Do you think you know what that one was? All right, here's sound number 3. Okay, moving on. This is sound number 4. Now I'll do one last sound for this round. This is sound number 5, and this is a tricky one. You may not have heard this sound before if you don't have one of these in your home. Does that sound familiar at all? Since this one's a little tricky, I'm going to give you an extra hint. Okay, that's the end of the first round. Now, let's see how you guessed. What was your guess for number 1? Number 1 was the sound of coins being passed from hand to hand. Did you have a guess for sound number 2? Sound number 2 was water being poured into a glass. What was your guess for number 3? Sound number 3 was a crayon scribbling on a piece of paper. What did you guess for number 4? Sound number 4 was the clattering of silverware. Specifically, it was 3 forks. If you can tell the difference between the sound of forks and the sound of spoons, I will be very impressed. How about tricky sound number 5? Did any of you guess it? Sound number 5 came from a guitar. The first part of the sound was me passing my hand across the strings softly. Then I gave you a hint by playing a note and a chord. You all did a great job with round 1. Now on to round 2, where I'm going to play some longer sounds. These will be more like the sounds of an environment or a place or maybe an activity. These are sounds that you might find calming or relaxing. So as you listen to each one, breathe deep and relax your body. See if you can picture what's making the sound and imagine yourself being wherever the sound is. If you're writing down your guesses, we'll continue with the number 6. Moving on to our next long sound. This is sound number 7. See if you can guess it. Our next sound is sound number 8. See if you can guess what this is. Moving on, this is sound number 9. And our final sound in the guessing game will be sound number 10. This is a sound that you most likely haven't heard in person in quite a while. Okay, now it's time to reveal what the sounds are for round 2. Sound number 6 was the sounds of the ocean, or maybe you said the beach. It was the sounds of waves crashing against the sand. sound number 7 was the sound of rain. Sound number 8 is a sound that I bet your parents are quite familiar with. It's the sound of a dryer drying clothes. Have you ever sat and watched the laundry tumbling around and around in a circle inside the dryer? Can you imagine what that's like as you listen to this sound? Sound number 9 was the sound of someone riding a bicycle. And sound number 10 is something you haven't heard lately, a big crowd of people cheering in a stadium. Here's hoping we can bring this virus to an end soon, so we can return to hearing sounds like this safely once again. We're thankful for all the doctors and all the scientists who've worked so hard to get a vaccine ready. I enjoyed playing that guessing game with you. Now let's say some affirmations. Today our friend Maya will lead the affirmations. Say hello to Maya.
Hey, it's Maya. Are you ready to say some affirmations? Listen the first time, then say it with me the second time. I am proud of myself. I am proud of myself. I am beautiful inside and outside. I am beautiful inside and outside. All of my problems have solutions. All of my problems have solutions. With every breath, I feel stronger. With every breath, I feel stronger. I have courage and confidence. I have courage and confidence. There is no one better to be than myself. There is no one better to be than myself.
Thanks, Maya. Since this episode was all about listening, I've got one last thing for you all to listen to, a song. Feel free to dance, clap your hands, or just close your eyes and take deep breaths as you listen. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, don't forget it. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, don't forget it. No one else is exactly like you. You've got something that only you can do. No one else is exactly like you. Everyone has their magic too. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, don't forget it. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, don't forget it. And your magic makes my magic stronger. And my magic makes your magic stronger. And your magic makes my magic stronger. And my magic makes your magic stronger. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, makes my magic stronger. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, your magic stronger. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, makes my magic stronger. I am magic, you are magic, we are magic, makes your magic stronger. wait to spend some time together again soon. Until then, I like you, I'm proud of you, and I'm glad we are friends. Have a happy and peaceful day. Like You is written and produced by me, Noah Glenn. I also composed and performed the Like You theme music and the original song, You Are Magic. You can get a free download of that song and all our other original songs when you join our Patreon group at patreon.com/likeyoupodcast. Our Patreon supporters are what makes this show possible, so grown-ups, please consider supporting us. Other ways to support the show are by telling your friends, writing a review on Apple Podcasts, or checking out our online shop at likeyoupodcast.com. Our website also features show notes for every episode, and speaking of show notes, our podcast cover art was illustrated by Maya Sain, who also read today's affirmations. Our episode art is created by Lindsay Glenn. We love hearing from listeners. You can send us a voice memo, a drawing, or a picture by having a grown-up send an email to hello@likeyoupodcast.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at LikeYouPod, and thanks for listening.